This question says that CDEF is a straight line. This is CDEF. Now AB is parallel to CF. AB is parallel to CF. Then DE is equal to AE. DE is equal to AE. That's this line. More like ADE is an isosceles triangle. Okay. Now we're asked to mark out to find the size of this angle, and then you must give reasons for your answer. Now these are like a couple of parallel lines, and we have some angles that are associated with parallel lines. We have alternate angles, corresponding angles, and so on and so forth. Then alternate angles are like Z angles. For example, this one, the angle here on the Z part will be equal to the angle here. Okay, so in other words, A or BAE is equal to AED. Okay, so let's write that down first. I have angle B, or rather, this is supposed to be at the middle. Angle BAE is equal to angle AED. And what's the reason? The reason is that they are alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal. You could say that. Okay. Now, so if we have this to be 38 degrees, or you can do 38 degrees is equal to BAA is equal to AED. So you can say that it's 38 degrees. Now, another thing again we're told is that this is like an isosceles triangle. For isosceles triangle, when the two sides are equal, the two base angles will also be equal. So to find this angle or this angle, all we have to do is take out this from 180 and divide by 2. So you can just do angle EAD plus, that's this angle, right? Angle EAD plus angle ADE plus angle ADE, then plus angle AD, or rather EAD, ADE, and DEA. DEA to be 180 degrees. Reason being sum of angles in a triangle. Okay, notice a triangle, so sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, but we're given this. Okay, we're given AED or DEA, so angle EAD is 38 degrees. So you have, but angle EAD is 38 degrees, so you can now have this angle plus this angle, or this angle equal to this angle rather. Okay, since both of them are base angles of isosceles triangle, so you have angle ADE is equal to angle DEA, and the reason being base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. So to find either DEA or ADE, we just say 38 degrees plus 2 ADE. We can pick any of them. It's either we say 2 DEA or 2 ADE. Okay, then it to be equal to 180 degrees. Okay, now 2 ADE will be equal to 180 degrees minus 38, and that will give us, let's solve that across. 10 minus 8 is 2, 7 minus 3 is 4, then bring down 1, so you have 142 degrees. Okay, so ADE will be 142 degrees over 2, and that will be 71 degrees. Now that's ADE. So we have this now at 71 degrees. Now to get x will have to be 180 minus 71 degrees. Okay, which, because there are angles on a straight line, and some of angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So you have x degrees plus 71 degrees equals 180 degrees. Reason being, sum of angles on a straight line. Okay, so you have your x 180 minus 71 degrees, which is going to be 109 degrees. So that's our x. Another way you could have done this was just after finding this, you get this and then add up. Your x will be equal to this and this, because it's one external angle of the triangle, and to be equal to, and is equal to two opposite internal angles of the triangle. That's sum of the two opposite internal angles of the triangle. Then you say this way or go this way, which is still the same thing. So that's it for this question.